Hello, welcome to this update for the severe weather. So today's Saturday, May 17th, and we have an enhanced risk that was added for today as well. Spots of Texas into southern Oklahoma, including Dallas and other spots in Texas. So please be careful. We have this light risk, spots of Texas into Arkansas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma, and Kansas, and Missouri. We have this light risk also in New Hampshire, Vermont, spots of New York, and Massachusetts. So be careful in those areas. This big marginal risk spot to the south. There's this marginal risk spots of Utah, into Idaho, Wyoming as well. And then there's here like the 5% tornado threat still in Texas, into Oklahoma, and the 2%. But this might change still, it depends, because those storms showing up on the HER look very strong. So stay tuned for updates there if it changes. There's the 2% in New England as well, the Northeast, so be careful there. And in Canada, there might be some threats too. There's wind threat 30% in Texas, so be careful. Some damaging gusts, those storms there, and 15% as well. And also the 15% wind in the Northeast, and hail 30% hatched in Texas. So some very large hail, and stay safe. And also the 15% hatched a big portion of Texas into Oklahoma and Arkansas into Kansas. So stay safe in those areas. Some hail also in the Northeast. So let's see. Severe thunderstorms producing large to very large hail, damaging winds, and a couple of tornadoes are expected in the southern plains. Additional severe storms possible in the northeast. So please stay safe today in those areas, especially in Texas, because as you can see here, storms start firing early in the afternoon in Mexico and southern Texas. Be careful if you are in Mexico too, but then they grow like a lot. Shows this line of severe storms, northern Texas and Oklahoma, central Texas, and some very strong cells there, a lot of hail and lightning, possibly tornadoes. So this goal still shows southern Texas later and more into Oklahoma and Kansas, northern Texas into Arkansas. So this goes, and tomorrow is a different story. We'll take a look in a minute, but please stay safe. There's here this composite brightness that looks very crazy. Show like those crazy storms firing Texas into northern Mexico in the afternoon. So please stay safe in those areas, especially these first cells, some tornado threat as well. So be careful. There's Cape still shows before the storm start to like 5,000 joules per kilogram. That's even like 5,500. So that's an insane amount of Cape. Please stay safe there, and widespread across the eastern Texas, more than 3,000, 4,000 in Oklahoma. This goes when the storms might be strongest, doesn't show as much, but still shows spots to 5,000. So please stay safe. Those storms, and still shows tomorrow in Oklahoma more than 3,000, 4,000 joules per kilogram. So please stay safe. You see those storms, there are some very localized, strong, damaging winds. Like it's hard to see here, but those whites and blacks as those storms pass by. So stay safe in the mountains of New Mexico and northern Mexico. Might get some stronger winds too. So stay safe in those areas. Day 2 for Sunday is already an enhanced risk in those areas. So be careful tomorrow across Kansas into Oklahoma. And yeah, there's a slight risk from Texas to Nebraska. The tornado threat is actually 10% hatched in Oklahoma and Kansas tomorrow. So please stay safe. There's the 5% goes all the way from Texas to Nebraska, and a bigger 2%. So please be careful, especially in those areas. You saw what happened yesterday there across the Midwest, those violent tornadoes. So please stay safe. So there's wind 15.5%, nothing too crazy, but be careful too. And hail the 30% hatched, so some very large to giant hail, so stay safe, please be careful. There might be updates till tomorrow, and this 5% goes all the way to the Atlantic. So severe thunderstorms capable of all hazards are expected Sunday across partial central southern plains. So please stay safe. It's because of this mid-level shortwave trough that will move from the southwest into the central plains on Sunday as a broader trough develops across the intermountain west. So, like you can see here on the GFS, this trough coming in, and then we eventually might get that surface cyclone there, a low pressure that goes north into the plains. So please stay safe those storms. And day 3 for Monday is already an enhanced risk in those areas. It goes all the way from Texas to Missouri and almost to Illinois. There's this slight risk from Texas to Iowa, this marginal risk. So it's already 30% hatched the chance for severe weather, like significant severe weather. So severe storms, all severe hazards are likely parts of the Midwest to the southern plains Monday. So please stay safe, like tornadoes, damaging winds and hail for Monday. So please stay safe. And day 4, Tuesday, is already an enhanced risk as well across Alabama, Mississippi, into Tennessee, that 30%. So a 15% chance of severe weather and a 30%. So we literally had 6 days in a row of enhanced risk or higher. That's very crazy. But please be careful for Tuesday as well, across like the mid-south, those areas. Later, still nothing. But please be careful Tuesday, Monday, and especially, today until Tuesday. So be careful. There's this significant tornado parameter. Let's see if there's something interesting by this afternoon. The herd doesn't show anything that crazy, but does show some localized spots in Texas, some higher parameters spots in Oklahoma. Later in the evening, does show slightly higher in Oklahoma, a few spots in Texas and Mexico still, so be careful. That's tornado threat. And then still shows later nothing that crazy. And for Sunday, tomorrow, let's see if I find it. So this is about Sunday evening, Monday and Tuesday, and the her is right some insane parameters in Oklahoma. That's like close to 8 and 7, 8 in the scale, like 5, 6. So please stay safe. This is just one run. It will change, but we'll keep watching because they do have a 10% hedged, yes, for tomorrow, so better keep watching. Slightly earlier in the evening, it has like some more high parameters in the afternoon, Oklahoma to Kansas and Texas, but later, about 1 to 2Z, it has this insane parameters in Oklahoma. So tomorrow is a day to watch closely. And still by 3Z, Monday still shows very high those areas. So stay safe there. And let's see if it shows the precipitation at the same time. So it shows storms in Kansas at that time and some in Oklahoma, but it doesn't show anything that crazy here on the model itself, but it shows some stronger ones in Kansas by that time. And yeah, you can see the low pressure forming there and some snow in the Rockies at the same time. So please stay safe. And here does show like slightly higher gust spots of the west and to the northern high plains too. But here for these storms, they go, and especially Sunday shows like Oklahoma into Kansas. So here there's a better view of it. The 12 see her. So especially northern Oklahoma into Kansas Sunday evening, and with those parameters present there, those storms might go wild. So please stay safe. There's more rain scattered across the northwest as well. So be careful. Those areas still shows Tuesday here the European model further across the Midwest shows there later into Tennessee, Alabama, those areas. But the exact timing, location still to be seen. But we'll keep watching because the GFS has it a little bit further north Tuesday. But we'll keep watching and stay safe. It also shows storms like central Mexico Monday, a thing or two there, and especially the GFS later next week. But be careful, right now there's still like snow and ice northern Quebec into Ontario, and this happening right now. Still some sleet too, so stay safe. Saturday, Sunday, more snow northern Quebec, those crazy storms there. This is already by Monday evening, shows more snow in Quebec, and then spots of British Columbia into Yukon, some snow too, even like next Thursday, as a little bit of ice, northwestern territories. So stay safe in those areas. There's like the her here as well for those storms across New York, Vermont this evening, especially across New Hampshire. There's that slight risk. Those areas show strong storms in Quebec as well as maybe some in southern Ontario, and then this goes there. But stay safe. Those storms might pose a small tornado threat and like hail and some wind threat across those areas. So be careful. There's still like rain here next 5 days, shows more than 4 inches spots of the plains, some 5 inches in Arkansas, some Missouri, and even South Dakota. The GFS not really shows in Iowa. The icon still has spots of the Midwest a lot, but it does show in Mexico some more rain too. Those spots, southern Canada, some 40 to 80 millimeters, some of those storms in eastern Canada. So stay safe. And does show the snow still as 5 days in the Rockies, even to like some 9 inches, even to 10, 12 inches in Wyoming, the European model. The icon a little bit less, but does have some as well. In the Cascades in Sierra Nevada, a little bit too, and does have this snow in Quebec's more than 20 centimeters, close to 30 northern Quebec. British Columbia even to 50 centimeters, spots in the mountains on 40 Sunday, shows more in Alberta, spots of northwestern territories in Yukon, some snow in northern Alaska to 4 inches, 5 inches, some spots there to 19 inches in the mountains. So stay safe to be aware some snow, especially in the mountains of the west, northern Quebec and Labrador. And the GFS shows a weird thing in New Hampshire and Vermont. The European does show some in New Hampshire next 5 days. So gotta watch there. The GFS, the icon, nothing. So be careful. Those areas still like some fire danger down the southwest, that critical spots of Texas into New Mexico and Arizona, and the elevated. So be careful today. Still tomorrow for Sunday, show spots of New Mexico into western Texas and Arizona. Don't burn anything, be careful. And day 3 and day 4 still shows those same areas, so be careful of the fire danger, and especially because of these strong wind gusts there, spots of the southwest today into northern Mexico as well, even to like 77 km/h gusts. But shows in the Sierra Nevada some spots there too, and the Rockies even to 59 to 61 mile per gust. Specific spots, some in Nevada, Utah, spots of New Mexico, and even the Appalachian strong gusts. So Sunday still strong by Sunday afternoon, and as far north as the northern plains. Monday still strong winds in the southwest and the plains, and off the coast of the west. So Tuesday, Wednesday, further east, northeast as that goes there. So stay safe in those areas. And does show this goes Tuesday, those storms there, and by next Friday this might go northeast and exit there. But when this does so, does show some mixed precipitation in a few spots late next week. So stay safe in those areas and be careful the storms in Mexico too. But especially like that severe weather have many ways to receive warnings. So shows excessive rainfall as light risk across Maine, spots of Vermont, New Hampshire, and the marginal risk and a marginal further the plains and mid-south. There's day 2, another slight spots of Missouri, Oklahoma into Kansas and Arkansas. Day 3 still shows a slight risk from Texas to Iowa, and all these slight risks for excessive rainfall means flash flooding possible, so stay safe. Still for day 4, slight risk from Texas to West Virginia. Day 5, a marginal for the Northeast. So stay safe in those areas. Be careful southeastern Canada, some heavy rain too. So still snow in the west, in the Rockies, some higher probability Sunday. Still finger to Monday, but this goes and yeah, later quiet. Just today until Tuesday, some more snow in the west, especially today, Sunday and Monday. So be careful, the heat wave in Texas still some extreme heat risk, southern Texas, and major heat risk across those areas. So stay safe, and there's some stuff about the flash flooding too. So be careful in those areas. The GFS does show here stuff like dew points as well for this for Mondays. I think this is Monday, yes. Even to 70 dew points across Oklahoma, Texas, and as far north as Missouri. So very moist atmosphere for those storms as that dry line comes in as well, and that those cape levels. So please stay safe. A very unstable environment will be present for any supercells there. So please be careful. There's here as well to see what the Coral State University is thinking about this. So for today's similar thing, day 2 they even have a 15% tornado threat and similar for hail and wind, but day 4, day 3 actually this is so crazy, like 60% chance of severe weather for Monday. This might update still, and don't get scared, but just seeing something like this show up means you should prepare right now. This is not a verified forecast like some other forecasts are, but this is already something to watch closely. Still for Tuesday they have a 45%, and most times they are very accurate, so please stay safe. And later just some 5% storms lingering, but nothing crazy. But Monday and Tuesday have a preparation kit, so please stay safe and have ways to receive warnings and ways to stay safe from tornadoes. So please be careful. Still some heavy rain spots northeastern Caribbean, the Virgin Islands, even 55 millimeters. Some spots there in the Eastern Caribbean, still some 28 millimeters. Some spots in Trinidad and Tobago, slightly more, and some showers there. So be careful, more storms in Costa Rica and Panama, even close to 100 in a few spots, Panama, Costa Rica shows some more storms in Nicaragua, southern Mexico, next 5 days, some showers in Jamaica too. So be aware, especially like northeastern Caribbean, the GFS more along eastern areas. The GFS is more in Mexico too. There's the icon that's totally crazy still, shows even to 94 millimeters near the Virgin Islands. So be careful still, you never know. So be aware, especially those severe storms and everything. And some showers in Hawaii, slightly heavier in a few spots, but just some Pacific showers. So stay safe. Wind is also a topic down there because I'm always seeing like uh, small craft advisories in some spots. So be aware too. And still windy some spots in the Pacific. Not that windy, but some windy. So stay safe in those areas and those stronger wind spots of Hudson Bay and the Midwest today. But especially the severe weather and everything still shows those colder temperatures in northern Canada, northern Alaska, and all the way to southeastern Canada because of that mass of cold air in the Rockies, still cold, western Canada into Alaska. So stay safe, that cold still, and be careful. Some days milder into next week, and does show here like those spots into Texas and everything, still like very hot. Let's try to find this in Fahrenheit. So even to 104 on the European still, the GFS 102. This goes Monday, even to 109 on the European 108. We still by Wednesday, so stay safe in those areas. Does show along the southwest, the European showing some very high temperatures already mid of next week. So stay safe. And there's here like these hazards too, shows some hazardous heat possible in Florida too, and Texas and Louisiana, and the heavy rains, severe weather.